Hello friends, and welcome to The Hanged Man in the Moon, my series in which I use tarot spreads to help me to explore topics related to living the intentional life from a different perspective. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. If you have been here before, thank you for returning. You are a blessing. So friends, the tarot spread has been laid. Let's dive right in. So you can see that I'm using the melanated tarot again. At the end of the video, you will see the name of the creator, and below the video, you can see a link if you want to go purchase it for yourself. The melanated tarot is one of my favorite decks. The colors are so vibrant and the people are so diverse and beautiful. I just love it. So let's look at the first card. So we're starting from a place of insecurity. Have you ever felt like the plans you've laid are just not working out? I know I have. Have you felt like there was a cloud that's been following you, that you've been insecure and lost confidence in your abundance, your ability to create, to manifest? Have you felt not danger, but uneasy and insecure in the stability of your resources or your ability to manage them? I know I felt that way. I felt that way many times. It's human, it's normal, it's natural. We sometimes lose our confidence and we see things work out not the way we expected them to, and we lose confidence in our abilities and in the stability of our potential, of our goal, of our dream. And that's okay. That's okay. We can always move away from that. And remember, every time we feel something is not working out, we are correcting, we are learning, we are modifying our vision of our future and creating a better future for ourselves. So every negative emotion creates something even more positive for our flow of intention into the future. So, what can we do when we feel the cloud? Let's take a look at the next line. And so, even at those times when we feel like the ground beneath our feet is not as stable as we had thought, or we feel like we're walking in the middle of a fog or a cloud of insecurity, of instability, when we feel like our long-range goals just don't seem to be working out as we had expected them to. Take a moment, pause, breathe, and try to remember that even in dark days, there will be moments every day when there are small successes. Yeah, and I don't mean to judge them. Small does not mean insignificant or bad. I'm just saying that when we're so focused on the large picture, the goal that we see not coming the way we expected, we miss the daily successes that are part of our everyday life. And remembering to celebrate those. Celebrate the milk you found on sale. Celebrate the package that you ordered from Amazon or from some other online retailer coming to you. Celebrate the smile you see across the street on the face of a stranger. Yeah? Celebrate the air that you are breathing. We have so much success that we ignore every day. Trying to find moments to celebrate those successes, being able to breathe even, being able to move, is a success. Celebrating those and learning, taking the moment to relax is our first step. Relaxing into the moment and celebrating who we are. Celebrating the little victories we have. Celebrating accomplishments. Accomplishing washing the dishes. Accomplishing putting on clothes in the morning. Anything. Celebrating those things as real accomplishments. And then we start to feel a little bit lighter. And as we begin to feel a little bit lighter, and we start to get a little bit more of our balance, even on unstable surfaces, we can start looking to the future a little bit more clearly. Yeah? Some of the clouds will start to clear, will start to part, and we can start to notice the progress we are making. Perhaps not exactly the way we planned, but we are still making progress every day in the direction we want to go. The more we let go of our tension, the more naturally we will be flowing with the powerful force of our intention. And as we flow in that direction, we are making progress. And as we make progress and we recognize that progress, the more we will be able to celebrate ourselves and our flow. And we will be able to start planning a little bit differently for the future. We will start being able to juggle our resources a little bit better. We'll be able to work with new possibilities. Not the ones perhaps we had expected, but with the new ones or the different ones that are appearing before us every moment of every day. We'll become more adaptable. We will remember to not be perfect. Yeah? Remembering to not be perfect, to rather enjoy the process is the best solution in these cases. Yeah? Our need to be perfect, our need to follow the plan exactly is what is getting us in trouble in the first place. So, take a breath. Celebrate who you are, where you are, and the successes, the daily successes that we have. Relax into it. Being able to then see the progress that we actually are making, the progress that we have been ignoring. And remembering that being perfect is not the goal. Enjoying the process is the goal. Yeah? And then we will be able to start moving past that sense of instability. We'll be able to work with the instability, in fact. Let's move to the next section of the spread. And so, friends, when you feel that reversed King of Pentacles moment, and when I say King of Pentacles, this is not only men, but women as well. Yeah? The gender of the figures in the tarot are not men for men, women for women. Yeah? The King of Pentacles can be a woman as well as a man. When you feel that reversed King of Pentacles moment, when the ground beneath your feet feels unstable, when you aren't able to trust or believe in your ability to manifest, when you feel the abundance that should be there is not. Have you ever felt the unfairness of the situation or the injustice of the situation? I know I have. Now, when I talk about injustice here, I'm not speaking of social injustice, which is very real and is a problem we need to be tackling every day of every week, of every month, of every year. Yeah? Social injustice, for example, social racism, or gender discrimination, or classism. Those are real structural injustices, and that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about here is just feeling like life is not fair. Yeah? I know I felt like that. Have you felt like that? I'm sure you have. We all have moments. I know when I was a teenager, I felt that almost every day. Life was unfair. This white, male person in the United States felt unfair and unjust as a teenager almost all the time. And I still feel it these days as well as an adult. I don't want to say that you grow out of it. We all feel it from time to time. Right now, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, as we are calling it. And I am blessed. I have a job. I have work to do. And many people have lost their jobs. And that's a very difficult time for many people, for almost all of us in some way or another. And as for me, I have a job, so I'm lucky there, but I'm expected to do things that I don't think I should be expected to do. Yeah? My classes are changed to in-person classes and then online classes, so that instability is there. But when I am teaching online classes, I'm expected to videotape the class all on my own. Yeah, set up the equipment, to edit afterwards, to do everything from beginning to end all by myself without any help. And that feels unfair. It feels unjust. It feels like I'm overly burdened. Yeah? I feel like the rewards I'm getting do not match the work and the time and the effort that I'm putting into it. Often. Have you ever felt like that? Have you felt like you're expected to do things that just seem unfair? In those times, recognize it. Recognize those feelings you're having. Those feelings are real, and you're allowed to have those feelings. But also recognize that those feelings that you are creating, that we are all creating for ourselves, are blocking us from being able to be and do who we want to be and what we want to do. And so what can we do? Take a breath. Recognize who we are, what we are feeling, and accept it. Love ourselves in that moment. And reach for beginner's mind. Have you heard of beginner's mind? Many people talk about beginner's mind. Beginner's mind is when you let go of your belief that you know everything, that you know what should be happening, that you know what you should be expected to do, that you know where you are and what you are doing, and instead, like a child, explore where you are, explore what you're doing, reclaim your innocence, let go of the structured expectations and rediscover your free spirit that is with you, has been with you from the beginning of time and before time. You are a free spirit having a physical experience. And you can reclaim that and rediscover your sense of spontaneity instead of having to follow the structures that you have established for yourself in response to expectations from outside, sure, but you have established them yourself. Reclaim that beginner's mind. And when you can start doing that inner work of self-development. That self-development that will allow you to work within the situation that you are in and enjoy doing the work you are doing and experiencing the experiences you are experiencing. And stop working so hard. Yeah? It's our having to work so hard, our feeling that we have to do so much, the burden that we are bearing, that is giving us this feeling of injustice. So stop working so hard. I'm not saying stop working so hard. And start working with joy and interest and curiosity. Try to reclaim that beginner's mind. That will help you through that sense of the reversed King of Pentacles. And this section of the spread shows us that reversed King of Pentacles moment is really a resistance to change. That feeling of things crumbling away beneath our feet, or that feeling of the clear plans that we had envisioned for ourselves not working out, that feeling of then being in a fog or not being able to trust our abundance is primarily a reaction of resistance to change. And that's common. That's common. And we want to do the personal transformation, the inner purging that will allow us to re-enter the flow of our intention, to re-enter the powerful river of our intention that is carrying us toward the life, the love, the work, the experiences we want to experience. But we resist the change, and that's common, that's natural. And when we resist change, we often look to authority, to establishments, to external structures, to try to find our balance. Yeah? We look for things to lean on outside of ourselves. But it's those external structures, it's that external authority, that establishment that we are struggling within that needs to crumble. And that reverse King of Pentacles moment is a reaction to perhaps those structures crumbling around us. And perhaps that is part of what is giving us that sense of insecurity and instability. And sometimes we also, when we feel this resistance, when we feel this instability, we want to pick up a big sword and go on the warpath. We want to go on the warpath internally and aggressively hack away at those negative feelings, hack away at the negative thoughts. We want to clear a path through with a big sword. We want to rip away the beliefs that we know are hindering us. We want to slay the thoughts that we know are preventing us from moving into the stream of our intention. But that aggressive attack is not the way. The more we hack at the weeds of our hindering beliefs and our negative thoughts, the more that they will spring back and grow back in more abundance. And block our path even more, make us feel even more unstable. So picking up our internal sword and waging an internal battle is not the answer. Our purging, our personal transformation is not one of the sword, but one of the open hand, one of releasing. And so let's move on to the last part of the spread. And so in this part of the spread, the last part, we can see a hand reaching through the clouds, offering us renewed passion, renewed inspiration. The solution, the way through this moment of instability and uncertainty and loss of belief in our abilities, again, is not hacking with a sword, but opening our hands, letting our attention shift from that to curiosity, to our beginner's mind, to the momentary daily successes that we feel. And when we shift our attention to the successes, the daily successes, to our sense of curiosity of where we are and what the possibilities are, then we can see the hand offering us our magic wand, if you will. We will begin to reclaim our inspiration that has been there from the beginning, but covered and crowded with and inaccessible because of our thoughts and our negative emotions. We will be able to recognize the growth that we are experiencing. We are always growing. If we're not growing, we're dying. We are always growing in a way. We are always growing. We always have potential. And we will be able to see that through the clouds once we start to let go. And with that renewed inspiration, we'll see new opportunities. We will see that there are other paths beside the path that we see crumbling before our eyes, that there are bright paths, bright new opportunities, bright different opportunities that have already always been there and are always there every day of every week of every month. We'll be able to see those again. And we will know our own power. We will reclaim our confidence in our mental clarity. We will reclaim our own authority. Because our own authority is the one that is leading us through our flow of intention. Not the authority from the outside, not the structures on the outside, but our inner authority. We will reclaim it. It's there. It's there now. It's there in the darkest days. It's there. We just need to reclaim it. And with our reclaimed authority, inner authority, with our intellectual power available to us, we will be back in the flow of our intention. We will be moving towards the lives we want to create, the loves we want to experience, the work we want to do, the creation we want to create. We can do it, friends. We can. And so, friends, in a moment, I will show you the spread again and the name of the creator. Remember, you can go find the deck if you want with the link below. Remember always that I appreciate comments you leave, your experiences, questions you might have. I'd love to engage with you. If you want and you feel called to, share this with somebody else. I'd love to see this video get into the space and experience of someone who could benefit from it. Yeah? Like, subscribe, and enjoy. And friends, today and always, I wish you joy, love, well-being, and clear awareness. Thank you.